It's always fun because you're out there with your teammates, your brothers and stuff, man. And obviously the goal is to win, but when you get to hunt as a whole, as a team, as brothers, it's always fun.
And I think I believe you were on the field for that all-out blitz you guys had, kind of
hmm
to force the safety. When that was called, what was going through your head?
Shoot, get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
I was like, obviously, that specific play, we know that somebody's going to be unblocked, and we never know who it's going to be, so that's why everybody just ran. So, and fortunately for me and Keanu, we was the ones that was left unblocked. We just had to go get the quarterback.
I know Coach Womack kind of emphasizes when the offense commits a turnover or something like that, he wants you guys to go out and make something positive happen. So that safety happening after a turnover, how'd that feel? How pumped up was he to see you guys do that?
Bro, I didn't even see him. I was pretty turned myself. I ain't not gonna lie. I was just screaming and jumping around and stuff, just trying to celebrate with my teammates. So I didn't even see him.
Was it nice to kind of, you talked about kind of opening up the playbook. You guys have been running a lot of stuff in practice, finally able to debut in the game, and it obviously came off pretty well for the most part. How'd that kind of feel? Having executed in practice, finally do it, in a game setting.
I mean, it feel great, man. Just knowing that your coaches trust you with, stuff like that. Obviously at certain schools, like I don't know what schools, but like there are some coaches out there that don't trust their players as much, so they don't believe they can open the playbook up. They try to keep it simple. But once you get to those complex plays, and coach trusts you doing that, it's easier for your coach to be able to run whatever he wants to run, and it's easier on us because we know what we're doing.
You guys had a bunch of turnovers, but I know Damani got that pick. I mean, how juiced up was he after that? And then just having him as a teammate, how's he been just kind of as a leader and a guy kind of pushing the rest of the defense?
The guy, he practiced like that the whole week.
Yeah.
He pretty consistent with the way he practices. He practices pretty aggressively. He attacks the ball every day, and when it mattered the most, he went and got no one.
Was he pretty juiced up after that?
I was pretty juiced up
Yeah.
after that. I didn't even I was nowhere near the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course.
Thanks.
And you guys, I mean, with the big lead that you had, you kind of had to try to protect that, and that allowed them to be able to play, kind of to fourth down a lot. How would you assess the second half and kind of how you guys handle that, and what would you maybe do differently as a team?
I think for us, we just kind of got inconsistent with doing the things right. Kind of how to say with the complex plays, we got to continue to be more consistent with doing it right. And I don't. Shout out to Georgia. They did, came out second half, balling out, never giving up. But we got to be able to, close the second half.
Yeah, what's been the message from? I mean, I know first practice now, but like from Coach Womack about fourth downs and what you guys do there.
Like I said, just being more consistent with, closing out. We probably get them to like a 4th and 7, and they'll probably convert on fourth downs, and we just need to be able to close out on that. That's all.
You mentioned Womack having a lot of trust in y'all. Obviously, a big part of that is the players executing to earn that trust. How have you seen the entire defense just progress and earn that trust over time?
You can see it in practice, bro. Like everybody's kind of moving around fast. Nobody's kind of second guessing or anything like that. Everybody's kind of moving pretty fast, aggressive, and just flying to the ball, honestly. So once, as a fan or a viewer, you see people moving like that, you be like, okay, that guy knows what he's doing. So like I think from the coach's standpoint, it's kind of easy to tell that like guys know what they're doing and executing it the right way. So it makes it easier for him to just call whatever he wants to call.
How much have you seen Caden Proctor progress year 1 to year 2 for him?
Bro, he ain't got bigger, bro. He got super big, bro. He got more muscle on him, dog. And he's got a lot quicker. So I mean, I'm super proud of that guy too. He's elevated his game, not just physically but mentally, and is able to just be a JC 2.0.
I like it.
Yep.
Thanks.
We saw some kind of mouse traps laid out.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
We saw some like rat traps laid out in the facility yesterday, and I'm assuming that's kind of like a rat poison type thing. But what's that all about, and whose kind of idea was that?
I don't know whose idea it was, but it's all about just making sure we respect the team. Respect the team we're playing, and just not just being like, oh, it's just Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a very good team. They took Missouri to a double overtime, and we just gotta respect that. You just can't go out there just moseying around. You gotta respect the team and go out there and play our standard of football.
How do you think this team is kind of embracing that?
Oh, greatly. I feel like any other team probably would have given up on the second half against Georgia, and our guys never wavered, and we just kept playing standard football, and we came up on a big interception at the end of the game and closed it out.
As a guy who's been around longer than maybe some of the younger guys on this defense, how are you kind of emphasizing to not let complacency set in or anything like that coming off a big win?
I kind of just talk to those guys on the side, outside of practice, just let them know that, like, just do the small things right, as far as like running to the ball, punching the ball out at practice, and it'll show up in the game. So, like I said, with the money, he's not a young guy, but he's practiced aggressively with taking the ball away, punching the ball out all week, and it showed up in the game. So I hope that can tempt the young guys to do it more at practice.
What did you think of how the pass rush performed against Georgia on Saturday?
I think we could have been a little bit more aggressive as far as getting home some of our rushes, but the main part was just affecting them. We didn't really need to hit them. We just needed to put a hand up, just to affect the flight of the ball sometimes, and I feel like we did that, but we got to do it more consistent.
You just about got home on the safety, right?
Yes, sir.
Describe that play for me.
On that play, shoot, man, like I told him earlier, we was just doing, I forgot what it was called, but I just knew somebody was going to be free because we were rushing I think 7 or 8, and somebody came free.
Brought the house.
Yeah.
Did you know it was intentional grounding, or did you just have to wait for that?
I was just trying to hit the quarterback. Yeah, so I didn't even look behind me. I was just trying to hit the quarterback, and then when I got up, I, kind of looked on the screen and seen it was.
From your spot on the sideline when the offense had the ball at the end of the game, what did you see with Ryan's touchdown catch at the end with the spin move and all that?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never seen nobody do that. And I've been coming here watching football games since 2016. I ain't never seen nothing like that. So I was pretty shocked.
How many times have you seen that on video since it happened?
A lot. It was all over Twitter when I got home, so I was watching it a lot.
This is going to be a much smaller crowd, 28,000 at Vandy. You were here the COVID year when it was really small crowds. How do you get going as a team when the environment's not really there?
We just got to really create our own vibe and create our own energy on the sideline, and I think that's the biggest part. Whenever we're on the sideline, we got to celebrate. We got to, try to help our offense or defense out, and just let them know that, they'll be supported.
What you heard the word trap this week already?
I haven't heard it.
You seen the mouse traps around?
Of course. But it symbolizes just respecting the team that we're playing, which we do.
After the world really considers the biggest game of the year, how do you guys keep that energy for the rest of the season? Because you have so many more weeks to go.
I think it just talks about our standard of football. We just got to keep playing our standard of football. Obviously, the second half wasn't as great, but we kept trying to create turnovers, get to the quarterback, force fumbles, and at the end of the game, we took the ball away, which is all what our defense is about. So we just got to make sure we just keep that standard of football going on.
Would you say it was kind of like your favorite game of your playing? Middle school, high school, college?
I probably have to say this Georgia game, honestly. Yeah. I didn't play too well, but my teammates did, and it was pretty exciting to watch. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
So setting the edge against the run, it's harder than most people realize.
Mm-hmm.
Is it harder than getting to the quarterback?